Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Sophie Gravel from Next Move Games and Plan B Games and a few other titles. We're looking at the final release in the Century series by Emerson Matsuuchi, which adds a worker placement element is what we hear.
Yes, correct. The third or the third chapter or the last chapter of the Century 3 is a new world, and it now comes to Eastern Canada, Eastern US, and the trading is not spices anymore. It becomes good that were traded in this time, and it closes the story, and it closes it beautifully, because the first one, Century, you can play on its own. The second one, you can Eastern Wonders, you can also play on its own. It's a standalone. And when we released the second one, you could mix the both. There was a Sense to See, or Sea to Sense, Sense to See, which allowed to mix them together. So the challenge for the third one was that not only to mix the 2 with the 3, but that we could be able to mix them all. And this Emerson has achieved. And so by releasing this, if you have the 3, the full set, you can now play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 together.
Okay.
And so in this game you have multiple player boards, and they refer to which combinations you are playing with and which material you need from the first game, from the second game, and from the third game to set it up. So you now have 7 different ways of playing Century.
Okay.
That was a real challenge, and I'm happy it came out with this in this way.
Okay. So with this, I don't know if you can talk a little about the gameplay here.
Just I didn't.
We don't have everything out.
No, it's just
an overview here.
Yeah, it was just an overview, because this is not set up to play a game. I just showed the material, the new
and the
cards,
boards here,
and the boards that yes, I can show that to you. They flip. So depending on the version you are playing, it tells you in the booklet, use this, add these cards, for example, from the original game, etc.
Okay. All right. That is a very fancy setup for, I don't know, just
the basic
model of putting those together.
Yeah, the basic game is as simple as I would say not as the first one, I would say as Eastern Wonders. It's in the same category. But it's a worker placement game, a mechanism at the basis. But once you start mixing them, then it becomes a bit more challenging, as it was between the 1 and the 2.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We'll see this released at Origins Game Fair.
Yes, Origins is a worldwide release for Century 3.
Okay. And we'll see if anyone else actually releases anything at Origins. Otherwise, they'll just be lining up at your booth. It's amazing. Origins is still just like a launch fair, it seems, or a preview fair for many people, and not actually
for Plan B. I
there.
think it's a very good place to launch games, because first of all, as you said, nobody really considers Origins to be a launching platform, and we do. And if a game launches there, then the rest of the year it has Gen Con and it has Essen, so it goes through 3 major shows. So it reaches more people, and it has time to build an interest in something in the market before it's Christmas. If you launch something in Essen, if it's any kind of success, there is no possibility to reprint before the end of the year.
Right.
And it's also, you don't have time to build to support the game. You need to do that the next year. So that's why we use Origins as a launch platform, and so far it has been very good to us.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much for the overview.
You're welcome.